Some love stories do not feel like romance at first. They feel like a storm warning, like standing too close to the edge of a cliff and still refusing to step back because the view is too beautiful. These zodiac couples are not simple, not peaceful, not easy to explain to friends, family, or even to themselves. They can fight over a single word, disappear for days, swear they are finally done, block each other, delete photos, pretend they have moved on, and then one song, one dream, one late-night message pulls them back into the same emotional fire. What makes these couples so dangerous is not that they do not love each other. It is that they love each other in a way that awakens everything unfinished inside them. Their jealousy, pride, fear of abandonment, hunger for control, need for freedom, secret tenderness, old wounds, and impossible hopes all rise to the surface. Together, they become mirrors, and not soft mirrors, brutal ones. They show each other the parts of the soul they would rather hide. This is why their connection can feel toxic. One person wants closeness, the other needs space. One wants honesty, the other hides behind silence. One keeps testing, the other keeps running. One sacrifices too much, the other realizes too late. Yet when they are apart, life becomes strangely colorless. They may date other people, build new routines, smile in photos, act mature, and say, "It was for the best." But deep down, they compare everyone to that one person who knew how to hurt them and somehow also knew how to make them feel alive. Aries and Scorpio. The couple that turns love into obsession, war, and resurrection. Aries and Scorpio do not fall in love quietly. They collide. Aries walks into Scorpio's life like a match dropped into gasoline, and Scorpio feels it immediately: danger, heat, challenge, hunger. Aries is bold, direct, impatient, almost childlike in their emotional honesty. Scorpio is deep, guarded, suspicious, and impossible to fully read. At first, this difference is intoxicating. Aries wants to conquer the mystery. Scorpio wants to test the courage. Neither of them knows how to love halfway, and that is exactly where the trouble begins. What attracts them is the feeling that they have finally met someone strong enough to handle them. Aries is not frightened by Scorpio's intensity. Scorpio is not bored by Aries' fire. Together, they create a relationship that feels alive every second: passionate conversations, electric arguments, dramatic reconciliations, and a physical chemistry that can make both of them forget common sense. They may tell themselves, "No one understands me like this person," and in a way, they are right. But understanding does not always mean peace. The problem is control. Aries wants freedom to act, speak, decide, and move fast. Scorpio wants emotional loyalty so deep it almost becomes possession. Aries can feel trapped by Scorpio's questions, silence, and hidden tests. Scorpio can feel wounded by Aries' impulsiveness, sharp words, and sudden need to escape. Aries says, "Why are you always suspecting something?" Scorpio says, "Why do you make me feel like I have to suspect something?" And just like that, love turns into a battlefield where both are trying to prove they are not the weaker one. Their fights can be unforgettable because both know how to strike where it hurts. Aries attacks openly. Scorpio remembers everything. Aries explodes, then cools down. Scorpio goes quiet, but the silence is not peace, it is strategy. They can break up in rage and still think about each other before sunrise. Aries misses the depth. Scorpio misses the fire. They may try to replace each other, but other relationships often feel too soft, too predictable, too ordinary. The sacrifice usually falls first on Aries. Aries must learn that love is not only action, passion, and winning the argument. Sometimes love is patience. Sometimes it is staying in the room when emotions become uncomfortable. But Scorpio must sacrifice something even harder: the need to control the emotional weather. If Scorpio cannot stop punishing Aries for every fear that rises inside them, the relationship becomes a prison with beautiful walls. Their destiny is dramatic. If they remain immature, they will repeat the same cycle for years: desire, fight, separation, longing, return. But if they grow, this couple can become almost unbreakable. Aries teaches Scorpio to live again after pain. Scorpio teaches Aries that love is not a spark, it is a deep underground flame. Together, they can either destroy each other's peace or become the kind of couple who survives things that would break everyone else. Taurus and Aquarius, the couple that wants forever and freedom at the same time. Taurus and Aquarius are one of the strangest magnetic pairs in astrology because they often begin with fascination, not obvious compatibility. Taurus sees Aquarius and feels confused by them. Aquarius is different, distant, unpredictable, mentally alive, difficult to possess. Taurus is used to understanding people through consistency, what they do, what they repeat, what they prove. But Aquarius cannot be understood that way. Aquarius is like a locked room with windows open to the sky. Taurus wants to enter. Aquarius wants to know why anyone needs a key. Aquarius, meanwhile, is drawn to Taurus because Taurus has something Aquarius secretly craves but rarely admits: calm, warmth, physical presence, loyalty, the feeling of home. Aquarius may act as if they need no one, but Taurus can awaken a quiet hunger in them, the desire to belong somewhere without being forced to become ordinary. Taurus makes love feel real. Aquarius makes life feel bigger. At first, this exchange is beautiful, but soon the same thing that attracts them begins to hurt them. Taurus wants certainty. Aquarius resists pressure. Taurus asks, "Where is this going?" Aquarius hears, "Your freedom is in danger." Aquarius says, "I need space." Taurus hears, "You are not enough." The tragedy is that both may love deeply, but they speak completely different emotional languages. Taurus shows love by staying. Aquarius shows love by choosing to return after being free. Taurus wants closeness that can be touched. Aquarius wants trust that does not need constant proof. This couple becomes toxic when Taurus starts tightening their grip and Aquarius starts vanishing emotionally. Taurus may become jealous, stubborn, and quietly resentful. Aquarius may become cold, sarcastic, unavailable, or rebellious simply because they feel controlled. Then Taurus suffers because Aquarius feels unreachable, and Aquarius suffers because Taurus feels disappointed in them. They can sit in the same room and feel miles apart, each waiting for the other to understand a pain they have not properly explained. The sacrifice usually comes from Taurus first. Taurus must sacrifice the fantasy that love can be secured by holding tighter. They must learn that Aquarius cannot be forced into devotion. Aquarius must arrive there by choice. But Aquarius also has a sacrifice to make. They must give up the illusion that emotional distance is the same as freedom. If they love Taurus, they cannot keep disappearing every time intimacy asks for responsibility. Their destiny depends on maturity. When unevolved, Taurus and Aquarius can spend years hurting each other with silence, stubbornness, and unmet expectations. But when they grow, they become a rare couple. One builds the home, the other opens the windows. One protects the roots, the other brings the future. They are toxic when they try to change each other. They are unforgettable when they finally learn to love the difference. Gemini and Pisces, the couple that falls in love with a dream and then gets lost inside it. Gemini and Pisces can feel like a magical accident. They meet, and suddenly reality becomes softer, stranger, more poetic. Gemini brings words, humor, curiosity, movement. Pisces brings feeling, imagination, tenderness, mystery. Their first conversations can feel endless. They may talk until morning, share secrets too quickly, laugh at private jokes no one else understands, and create a little universe that belongs only to them. Gemini feels inspired by Pisces. Pisces feels seen by Gemini. It can feel less like meeting a person and more like entering a story. The attraction is powerful because both are changeable signs. Neither is simple. Gemini has many moods, many thoughts, many versions of themselves. Pisces has many dreams, many emotions, many invisible rooms inside the heart. Together, they can become lovers, friends, artists, comedians, therapists, and lost children all in one relationship. Gemini gives Pisces language for feelings they could not explain. Pisces gives Gemini emotional depth beyond cleverness and charm. But the danger begins when real life arrives. Bills, plans, loyalty, consistency, conflict, promises, these are the things that can shake this couple. Gemini may avoid heavy emotional scenes because they feel trapped by sadness. Pisces may feel abandoned when Gemini tries to lighten the mood instead of sinking into the feeling with them. Pisces wants emotional merging. Gemini wants breathing room. Pisces asks, "Do you really feel me?" Gemini asks, "Why does everything have to be so intense?" And yet, when they separate, both suffer in haunting ways. Gemini misses the emotional magic. They may meet people who are easier, more logical, more stable, but no one makes their soul feel musical like Pisces did. Pisces misses the brightness of Gemini, The laughter, the mental sparkle, the feeling that life was full of secret doors. Even after heartbreak, Pisces may still dream of Gemini. Gemini may still check on Pisces from a distance, pretending curiosity is not longing. Their destiny can be beautiful but fragile. If immature, they become a love story full of almost honest, almost stable, almost forever. But if both grow, Gemini learns emotional presence, and Pisces learns emotional boundaries. Then their relationship becomes rare, a bond where imagination meets intelligence, where laughter saves sadness, and where two souls who once got lost in illusion finally learn how to love in real life. Cancer and Capricorn, the couple that feels like home and pressure at the same time. Cancer and Capricorn often recognize each other on a deep, almost ancient level. This is not always a loud attraction. Sometimes it begins with respect, curiosity, or the strange feeling that this person could become important. Cancer senses the loneliness behind Capricorn's strength. Capricorn senses the devotion behind Cancer's softness. Both are protective in different ways. Cancer protects the heart. Capricorn protects the future. Together, they can create a bond that feels serious from the beginning, even if neither admits it. What attracts them is the promise of safety. Cancer wants someone dependable, someone who does not treat love like a game. Capricorn wants someone loyal, someone who understands effort, sacrifice, and commitment. Cancer brings warmth to Capricorn's cold rooms. Capricorn brings structure to Cancer's emotional tides. In their best moments, they are the couple everyone secretly envies, the one that builds, survives, provides, remembers anniversaries, takes care of family, and stands together when life becomes hard. But the problem is that both carry fear. Cancer fears emotional abandonment. Capricorn fears failure, vulnerability, and losing control. Cancer may ask for tenderness exactly when Capricorn feels overwhelmed by responsibility. Capricorn may become distant exactly when Cancer needs reassurance most. Cancer says, "You never show me what you feel." Capricorn says, "I am showing it by everything I do." And there begins the wound. Cancer wants words, softness, emotional presence. Capricorn wants appreciation for loyalty, work, and silent sacrifice. This couple becomes toxic when Cancer turns hurt into moodiness and Capricorn turns pressure into coldness. Cancer may cry, withdraw, test, cling, or bring up old pain. Capricorn may shut down, become critical, work more, speak less, and act as if emotions are problems to be managed. Neither realizes how deeply they are frightening the other. Cancer feels unloved. Capricorn feels never enough. But apart, the misery is real. Cancer misses Capricorn's strength, the rare feeling that someone could hold the roof up during a storm. Capricorn misses Cancer's tenderness, the person who saw the human being beneath the armor. Capricorn may move on practically, but not always emotionally. Cancer may say they are done, but still remember every small act of care Capricorn once offered. Their love often leaves a mark because it touches the oldest human longing, to be safe with someone. The sacrifice is complicated here because both sacrifice, but in different currencies. Cancer sacrifices emotional pride, often forgiving Capricorn's distance because they understand the fear beneath it. Capricorn sacrifices personal comfort, time, softness, and sometimes ambition to keep the relationship standing. But the relationship only survives if both sacrifices become conscious. Cancer must stop confusing love with emotional rescue. Capricorn must stop confusing love with duty alone. Their destiny is one of the most serious in the zodiac. If they fail, it is usually not because love disappears, but because tenderness dries up under pressure. If they succeed, they become a power couple built on loyalty, family, memory, and endurance. Cancer teaches Capricorn that a heart is not a weakness. Capricorn teaches Cancer that love is not only a feeling, it is a promise kept on difficult days. Leo and Virgo, the couple where one wants to be adored and the other wants to fix everything. Leo and Virgo often begin with a strange kind of fascination. Leo is warmth, performance, confidence, drama, pride, and emotional generosity. Virgo is observation, intelligence, restraint, precision, and quiet devotion. Leo walks into life like the sun has entered the room. Virgo notices the details everyone else misses: the nervous laugh behind Leo's confidence, the tired eyes behind the smile, the insecurity hidden under the grand gestures. And this is what pulls them together. Leo feels seen in a way that is almost uncomfortable. Virgo feels needed in a way that is almost addictive. At first, Leo loves Virgo's attentiveness. Virgo remembers what Leo said casually 3 weeks ago. Virgo notices when Leo is pretending to be fine. Virgo gives practical help, loyal support, honest advice, and a kind of devotion that does not always come with fireworks but comes with real effort. Leo, in return, gives Virgo color. Life becomes brighter, louder, more romantic, more daring. Virgo may feel as if Leo unlocks the part of them that has been too careful for too long. The sacrifice usually falls first on Virgo. Virgo must sacrifice the need to correct every imperfection. Love cannot survive if it feels like a permanent examination. But Leo must also sacrifice pride. Leo must learn that not every difficult truth is an insult, and not every quiet person loves less loudly. If Leo demands worship and Virgo offers only improvement, they will destroy each other. But if Leo learns humility and Virgo learns tenderness, they can become a surprisingly powerful couple. Their destiny depends on whether they choose ego or devotion. Unevolved, they become a cycle of criticism and wounded pride. Evolved, Leo teaches Virgo to live with more courage, and Virgo teaches Leo to love with more depth than applause. Together, they can build something real not because it is easy, but because both become better when they stop trying to win. Libra and Scorpio, the couple that confuses beauty with danger and passion with pain. Libra and Scorpio can become addicted to each other with frightening speed. Libra is charm, elegance, romance, diplomacy, softness, and the desire for harmony. Scorpio is intensity, secrecy, passion, emotional truth, and the hunger to possess what they love completely. When these two meet, it can feel like perfume and smoke. Libra is drawn to Scorpio's mystery, that dark emotional gravity, that look that seems to undress the soul. Scorpio is drawn to Libra's grace, beauty, social intelligence, and the way Libra can make love feel like art. At first, this couple can seem irresistible. Libra knows how to seduce without appearing aggressive. Scorpio knows how to make Libra feel chosen, watched, wanted. Their chemistry often has a forbidden quality. They may feel like they are entering a private world, one where glances say more than conversations and silence becomes more intimate than words. Libra brings softness to Scorpio's storm. Scorpio brings depth to Libra's romantic imagination. But the difficulty begins when Libra tries to keep everything pleasant and Scorpio demands emotional nakedness. Libra may avoid conflict, change the subject, smile through discomfort, or say what keeps the peace. Scorpio senses this immediately. To Scorpio, avoidance feels like betrayal. Scorpio wants the truth, even if it burns. Libra wants peace, even if it means delaying the truth. And that delay becomes dangerous. Scorpio may become jealous of Libra's charm, their friendliness, their ability to make everyone feel special. Libra may feel trapped by Scorpio's intensity, suspicious questions, and emotional ultimatums. Libra says, "Why can't we just be happy?" Scorpio says, "Because you are hiding something." Sometimes Libra is not hiding betrayal, they are hiding fear. Fear of Scorpio's reaction, fear of losing beauty, fear of becoming swallowed by a love that demands everything. The sacrifice usually comes from Libra. Libra sacrifices comfort, social ease, sometimes even parts of their identity to survive Scorpio's emotional climate. They may become quieter, more careful, more afraid of saying the wrong thing. But Scorpio's sacrifice is the real key. Scorpio must sacrifice control. If Scorpio cannot love without interrogating, testing, and punishing, Libra's beauty fades into anxiety. Their destiny is either transformation or exhaustion. Immature Libra and Scorpio become a beautiful disaster, romantic, sensual, unforgettable, but full of emotional traps. Mature Libra and Scorpio can become deeply devoted because Libra teaches Scorpio gentleness, and Scorpio teaches Libra courage. But they must both understand, love is not proven by suffering. Sometimes the greatest proof of love is making the relationship safe enough to stay.
Hello everybody, hello my favorite subscribers. I'm happy to have you here. This is my channel and I believe you enjoyed this video, and please share with me your feedback, your thoughts. It's very important for me, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your attention.